Stanley's Special Gone Wrong, written by Duck Show Studios. Stanley, the little tank engine, works in Natford Yard shunting trucks. Stanley is a kind engine, and he's also very helpful. One day he was shunting trucks for Henry. "Here are your trucks, Henry," said Stanley. "Be careful, they're being very troublesome." "Thank you, Stanley," said Henry. "I will." And he puffed off with his truck. Oh, and his brake fan stayed at the station. That's not good. Later, Sir Topham Hatt came to see his shunting engines. "Philip, there's a special for you." "Oh, a special for me, sir? That's amazing." "Right, you are to take me and the gentleman of the railway board on an inspection of Sodo's railway." "Well done, Philip. That sounds amazing. Good for you," whistled Rosie. "And Stanley." "Yes, sir. You are to go to the Steamworks to be inspected." "Right, sir. I will," said Stanley. Stanley worked hard all day. He shunted and he shunted and he shunted. "Oh, oh," said the trucks. Come quietly," said Stanley. We'll be loud," said the trucks. "Be loud and I bump you," said Stanley. Later, it was almost time for the railway's inspection. Philip was showing off. "Hey, Stanley, want to see me go to the other end of the yard, huh?" "Sure, Philip," said Stanley. "Look how fast I can go," said Philip. Then there was trouble. "Oh no, my diesel engine's broken, and the gentleman at the railway board is supposed to be picked up any minute." "I'll pick them up, Philip," said Stanley. You get yourself to the diesel works." Stanley took off. "Thanks, Stanley." But then Philip remembered. "Oh no, Stanley, what about your trip to the Steamworks to be inspected?" But Stanley was too far away to hear. Later, Sir Topham Hatt was waiting at the station with the gentleman of the railway board. "Right, is it a diesel taking us today?" said one gentleman. "Right, it will be a diesel," said Sir Topham Hatt. Stanley puffed in. "That's not a diesel, Topham. Total bummer, dude." "Stanley, what are you doing here?" "I'm sorry, sir. I know you wanted Philip, but he broke down, and I decided to take you instead." Sir Topham Hatt accepted the facts. "Right, gentlemen, in the coach we go." So they did. Stanley puffed off. "Tell me, Sir Topham Hatt," said the one gentleman, Is Philip the only diesel in the shunting in Natford Yard?" Yes, it's just Philip." "Oh, I see," said the gentleman, writing in his book. They puffed and puffed and puffed. They reached another station. Gordon was there. Gordon was there. "Why is Gordon stopping here?" said the gentleman. "Gordon always stops here. It's one of the stops on his express, but it's such a small station. Barely anyone lives in this town." Gordon left, not hearing any of this. "Express coming through!" Then they left the station. Then there was trouble. Stanley went over a bridge, and then he went, "Shh! Ah! What happened?" The gentleman of the railway board got out to inspect him. "You've burst your safety valve," said the one grumpy gentleman. You can't pull the train anymore. Maybe you never should have. Well, Sir Topham, we will be back soon to do another inspection. But before then, we're going to make a list of improvements to your railway. We expect you to make our improvements happen. Good day. I'm sorry, sir, said Stanley. It's all right, Stanley. Didn't you go to the Steamworks to be inspected? No, sir, I didn't. I'm sorry. It's all right, but you should have went.